Hey guys, I'm out in the sticks right now. I was trying to record in the main street, but it was like super busy and loads of cars, so could hardly hear myself. Today I thought I would do a wee video just about the things I've learned since living in Poland and what I wish I knew. Maybe some of this could be like helpful if you're planning moving to Poland or just coming here for a while. So things you should know before coming here. Now, it's nothing major. You're not going to get crucified if you don't like pierogi or drink vodka every day or anything, but in general, the first thing I would say is the cost of living. Now, everyone thinks Poland, well, people who haven't been here or lived here generally think it's quite a cheap place, and I thought the same. And it is. The good thing it is compared to like the UK, Germany and stuff. But like rent prices and general cost of living is increasing quite dramatically. Rent has went up a crazy amount the past couple of years with inflation, the war in Ukraine, so there's been a large influx of people driving the prices up, and Poland itself is becoming a bit of a powerhouse in Central Europe economically, so in general things are getting a lot more expensive. And it's a shame for locals because a lot of the wages aren't increasing at the same rate as the cost of living is. So don't expect anything too cheap when you come here. You can still find good bargains, don't get me wrong. If you go out with like outside of like Warsaw, Krakow, Gdansk kind of main areas, you'll find, and especially in the outskirts of these cities as well, you still get pretty reasonable rent prices compared to like the west. So it is all dependent on where you're coming from in terms of comparison. The second thing I would say, this is quite a weird one. If you've got guests in Poland, make sure you walk them to the door. So in Scotland, the only time I'm walking you to my door is if I think you're dodgy and you're going to steal something. But here it's like super disrespectful if you've got guests and like you're sitting on the couch and you're just like, oh, see you later, and let them find their way to the door. Apparently it's like very rude, so it's important to like walk them there, kind of say goodbye and stuff. And I found that out the hard way. Well, a couple of times. I came home from the gym one day, my girlfriend, her friend from work or something was in, and she was literally just leaving as I went, so I went, oh hi, nice to meet you. Walked into the living room and my girlfriend shouted, are you not coming to say goodbye to so and so? And I was like, what? I've literally just came home, I've met a lassie for like 3 seconds, why would I come and say goodbye at the door? It's super strange for me. And then I was like, no, and then she left, and then she's like, oh my god, you're so embarrassing, what is wrong with you? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she kind of explained, and then I forgot all about it again when we had other friends over. So I kind of learned the hard way that we should always make sure we say goodbye at the door. I don't know, I suppose it's like a kind of respect thing as well, so it's not really a bad thing. Number 3 for me is the weather. Now, I thought Scotland changed weather a lot, but this place is nuts, especially if you're in the south near Krakow, which is near mountains and stuff. Can be like cloudy, like today it's like sunny, cloudy, bit of rain, probably some thunder later. The weather does get really warm here. Like being from Scotland, like we're happy with 22 degrees. I mean, we've got our tops off, doing the locks. That's absolutely roasting for us. But here it's like 29 plus and it's very humid, not much wind it feels, so the past 2 weeks have been kind of like this and it's just been a bit much. But in the same time the winters are just absolutely freezing, so it's like -15, which is fucking Baltic. It's like back home maybe -1, -2, and that's freezing for us. So when I first experienced -15, I genuinely thought I was just going to shatter into pieces. It was a weird experience. So that's one thing about the weather. Took some getting used to. Number 4, I would say, is the transport system here. Now, buses, trams, trains are like surprisingly great, like really cheap. The trains are super modern. They're always on time, or most of the time, compared to Scotland. I mean, back home I've always got like strikes or some sort of delays. Here I've been really impressed. Buses, you can get buses and to places. They've got like the Flixbus and stuff, go from like Krakow to Budapest, Prague and stuff. But even across Poland, even the local buses, nothing but good things to say. And the trams as well. I think you pay like 4 zloty, which is like 80 pence, to get about Krakow, which is really, really good. Now, Polish people are an interesting bunch. I've got Polish mates even I've worked with over the years back home in Scotland. I've got Polish friends here, but it's quite a bit different from back home. They've got the famous face, which is a kind of generalisation, but actually it's quite true. Like, you'll see them walking about the streets, completely stone-faced, the Polish smile, and they're just very serious looking. They're kind of guarded, to be honest, but once you get to know Polish, they're like really cool. Just same as everywhere, you've got like dickheads and nice people. Poland's no different. The only thing here that annoys the shit out of me, to be honest, of course Scottish are known for being really friendly, so if we hold the door open for anyone or let someone by, you're always like, oh cheers mate, thank you, blah blah blah. Here you're lucky if you get 30% of people doing that. I don't know why. So I'll like go out my way, I'll hold the door open, they'll just walk by, not say anything, and it really annoys me. I don't know if it's just I'm so used to it back home. Just for me, it's just general manners. I don't know what it is here, but like if you say like good day or good morning, whatever, dzień dobry, they'll always say it back, and people are generally polite, but just those not thanking anyone, it's a kind of strange thing I've noticed, but it is what it is. As the Polish say, they've nothing to smile about when they're between Germany and Russia. No offence to Germans and Russians, it's just a Polish saying. But aye, it's pretty much all I can think of just now. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few things. But Poland overall is an amazing place. A few cultural differences you might take a while to get used to. But the good wildly outweighs the bad, so I'd recommend coming here if you are thinking about living here. I even made another video like why I prefer the Poland over the UK, like a few reasons as well, so definitely recommend it. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to be posting more videos about Poland, plus other places I'll be travelling to in the coming months. Hopefully hit that subscribe button, give the video a like or a dislike if you didn't like it, or comment if you anything else I'm missing or you disagree with. Cheers!